What's blocking your inner child? That's the question today. Our inner child is our source of playfulness, joyfulness, and creativity. So when it's blocked, our life can feel much harder than it should be and boring. So it's good to release that inner child of yours. Let's see how we do this today. You can pick a point. Heart 7 is located at your wrist, both hands. Ring 14 is at your chest, at solar plexus. And Do 8 is on the spine, on the middle of the spine. So feel what point or which points you are most drawn to. And you can find the timestamp link below, and I will meet you at your points. Thank you very much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That means a lot to me. So I have divided the reading up to what is blocking your inner child, how can we find a solution to loosen it, and what will the outcome be. This is the Sun and Moon deck, and the other deck was the Shaman deck for the blocks. And now we are using the Millennium Tarot deck. And 2 came out, can I see? That you can see here. And this is the QIGONG cards, Oracle cards. And it came out so you couldn't see what it was. So we let it be like this. And oh, too many. So we try again the chakra cards. Let's see what it will bring. Very exciting. 1 came out. We use that. And now we are going on with the outcome. And let's see what it will be. There were 2 cards coming out and you couldn't see them. So I choose to let it remain like this. And also the 3 of Swords. Hi, and welcome to you, pile 1, who have chosen this point, heart 7. This is a very interesting point. It's actually the most calming point on the body. It's calming the yin, the personality, and the thoughts, the feelings. So you can see it's written in red, and that is because it's the fire element in the body. The heart contains the fire element, and this is the number 7 that also goes with changes. It also going with the spirituality and the spiritual changes. So let's see what else you have got. What is blocking your inner child, and how can we let this inner child loose? So let's see what the card says here. First you had this one, and that is fire. And the second one you had here, it's called Dominion, and it's the 2 of Wands. And what is really amazing here is that there's so much fire in this, and also this is the fire element in the body. It is really a confirmation about this fire. And what is fire? The fire is energy. It's really heat, it's activity in its highest level, because when something is burning, it's really transforming to something else. So the fire within us, it's our passion, it's our drive, it's our energy. So in your block position, there is so much energy here. You can see the 2 of Wands is also about fire. He's going on his path with the fire next to him. But as we all know that fire can be dangerous if there's too much of it. Fire is needed for heat, for warmth, for transformation. But too much fire is burning things down. But thoughts and emotion is also fire. And when this one is blocking your inner child to come out, it's telling me, because this one here is about harmony on the path ahead. So that is a harmony with the emotion inside. And when it's in the block position, it says that maybe you are blocking too much of your own inner child by yourself. Of course, when we grew up, we were learned how to behave, how to act in all kind of situations, and we were learned to think before we were acting. We were learned to adapt to the circumstances and be both friendly and cooperating with other people. So maybe you have been blocking your own inner child because you wanted to adapt to your adult world, because you wanted to fit in. Maybe it's because that you like to please others. Maybe you are afraid that someone will abandon you by showing too much of your inner passion, your inner child. Well, let me tell you, then you're not the only one, because most of us have really pressed our inner child in the background for our adult version of ourselves. And it's also good in some amount. We really need to, because we cannot run around like a 7-year-old and being selfish all the time, only going by the needs that is in the moment. So some blocking of the inner child is needed. Otherwise, we can't cooperate with other people, or we can't make really good relationships with others. So some control of the inner child is necessary, but too much is killing that inner child. And by doing that, we are lacking joy, we are lacking passion, we are lacking creativity, we are lacking emotions, warmth. So many things are we lacking of, and the life will be more serious, more boring actually. So let's see how can we find a solution to this. We can see here we have the 7 of Pentacles and we have the 4 of Wands in the solutions area. And that is telling me that it's a good idea that you work on this control you have on your inner child. Be aware of it. And also, because there is so much energy here, you really, if you can let it a little bit out, then you will have so much energy moving forward in your life, and it's so exciting for you. So let's see what we can do to work with it. And also it tells me that there can be a union with your adult and your child side of yourself. And by doing this, we have this, you're gonna see like there is flames here between the wands, and they are in a perfect order together with the wands. So this is like the adult version of you and your inner child working together to manifest whatever you like, because this card here, it tells that it has been difficult for you to manifest your dreams and your goals lately, or maybe for a long time, and that is because the inner child is missing. There's missing some fire, some energy in what you're doing. So maybe by working on it, you can really reach this state here of a union of your adult side and the inner child. And let's see what else we got from the I Ching card. We have number 32, and I really like to read it out loud because it says a lot, I think, as maybe we can use. Duration, it's called, and above is thunder, and below it's the wind. Thunder and wind. Movement continues and is not hindered. Thunder and wind cannot be controlled or contained. To avoid them, one must seek shelter, yet still the wind and thunder continue until their natural duration is completed. There is no point in trying to stop the wind or quell the thunder. The wise person observes the cycles of nature and adapts to survive to them. Well, that's interesting. When we are talking about this inner child and all this fire energy that is within you, and this card about letting it unfold naturally, observing it and adapt to it. I think we can use this advice for your situation when you're unblocking your inner child, your passions. Of course, when we are aware of our passions, then we can adapt to them. Then we can, with the adulthood we are in, adapt them to the life we are living now. Because, of course, if our passion is hurting other people or hurting situations, then it's not beneficial either for you or anyone else. So ask yourself, are you hurting anyone with your passions? And probably you can answer no. Well then, let it unfold and observe it. What way do you like to go? Let it loose. Try to let it loose and look what's happening. And the last card we got here from the chakra deck is the mind. And also it talks about some of the same. It's about openness, to be open to what is inside you and to be flexible, to adapt it into your situation. Also, it's about imagination and fantasy. So again, let your mind loose, let your inner child loose. Start to fantasize about what you really dream, what your passions is around. And then in that way, you can work with it. And also maybe learn how you can adapt it to the situation you're in, into your life, into your community, into your work, or into your spare time, free time. Remember to play. Remember to bring the passion and the joy in everything you're doing in your life. Well, now I'm very excited to see what will the outcome be of this. Yes. Let's say that if you have been blocking your inner child because of pleasing other people, because of adapting to the adult world that you are in, either at your relationships or in your workplace or wherever you are. If you have been dulming your inner child, if you have suppressed your inner child because of other people or because of you being afraid of how people will react to it, or maybe it can give you some problems in your life, then it's time to take the challenge. It can bring some challenge, and that we have to work with these challenges to move on and solve them. If people are used to you being the friendly one that is always pleasing and trying to help others and always pushing yourself to the side, if you change that, of course you will meet some challenge from the persons or the people that you're around, and maybe some will disappear out of your life if you start to demand room and space for yourself and your passions in a relationship. But let me tell you, if people are moving away from you because of your stepping into working with your inner child and your passions in life, are they worth to be in your life then? Or should the people who love you also be able to contain this side of you and love this side of you too? Well, that's something to think about. Or maybe you are cutting out something from your life that can, it tells us that can be a loss if you start to letting this inner child loose. But also, what is also telling us is that you will come out with freedom, and this inner child will be free again. And when it is that, then is it that you have all this passion in your life, playfulness, happiness, joy, and your creativity will start to move again, and it will bring so much exciting experiences into your life again. So make up with yourself. How do you like to have your inner child in your life moving forward? Well, I think it's very interesting reading, and I hope so much that you could use it. And also, if you like to hear more about the Heart 7, there's some coming up now. Heart 7. You can find the Heart 7 point with your palms pointing up on the little finger side here, then under the root of your hands, your palm here, you can feel a tension on the outside, and the Heart 7 is just on the other side of that tension in the little depression here. And it is on both hands. The point is also called the road to happiness. It's the most soothing and mental calming point on the body. Stimulating the point will open the yin, the personality, and it will build us up in our mental health. Because of this calming effect the point has on the mental mind, we use it a lot if there is stress. The point is used against addiction when people like to quit smoking, drinking, or drug addiction, because it's calming the yin, the mind, so much. And also when people have a hard time falling asleep at night, it can be a good idea to stimulate the point. Stimulating the point with acupressure should be done quietly in a clockwise motion. So all in all, the point is used against stress and anxiety and to reach inner peace. I also have made this ebook about how to get strengthened out of stress. If you like to learn more about stress, you can hear about it here. The anti-stress manual will guide you through 4 steps that will get you strengthened out of stress and into a more happy and harmonized version of yourself. The book contains also good advices about how to get a good sleep, upbuilding foods QIGONG and breathing exercises to relax your body and mind. The book comes as an ebook in an English version, and you can get it by following the link below. Thank you very much for being here. Please like and subscribe, that means a lot to me. Preparing the cards for you who have chosen Rain 14. I have divided the reading up to what is blocking your inner child, how can we find a solution to let it out and loose again, and last, what will the outcome be by you releasing your inner child. We have some from the Millennium Tarot deck here for the solution, and out comes a QIGONG cards that you can't see yet, but in the reading. And also there will be a chakra card in the solution. And now to the outcome, I have a Chinese deck, tarot deck, and you couldn't see that either. And then we have the oracle, Chinese oracle card, and we can see there's two cards, but the only one you can see here is love. Hi, and welcome to you who have chosen Rain 14. This point is very close to the heart. You can see more about the point at the end of this reading, where I will explain it and how you can use it with acupressure. The point is related to our heart, and our heart in Chinese medicine is our emotion, and also it contains the feeling of joy. But also the heart is the emperor of all our feelings, so it's the place where all our feelings are processed, and also how we experienced our life. And what is blocking your inner child? For this we got from the shaman deck 2 cards, and we also got from the moon and sun deck 7 of swords. And already by this drawing this card, it's so clear that there has been some hurts, some difficulties with the 7 of swords. You might have experienced wait a minute, my cat is calling. I'm back. You might have felt betrayal or some hurtful words. Someone has hurt you, something has hurt you in the past, and that's why the inner child has been blocked. You have blocked your inner child. You have been drawing your inner child energy back inside yourself and suppressed it because of you being afraid of hurts. And it also tells us, but when it comes out in the block place, the fire is our energy. And also this, when it's written in red, it means that it's the fire energy in our body, so that's the element of fire. So it's double confirmation about the fire. The fire is our thoughts, our emotions, and it's in the blocking position, so your emotions are blocked because of earlier hurts in your life. But it also tells us here with this very nice card, the blossom, that you really have some great gifts, some skills, something inside you that really dreams about coming out to life again, and that you maybe have had it out in your life, but because of an experience that hurt you, you have withdraw your energy here. So there's a lot of energy here in this block position that likes to come out, and you really have some great gifts that you can share with the world around you if you let it loose, if you let it out. So there's so much potential here in front of you. So let's see how we can let it out. Again, when we continue this reading from the blocks, it's telling us about the hurts you have been through. It can be written in two, maybe more different ways, but I see it like that is the past hurt of maybe some loved one have hurt you, and that had made you withdraw your energy. But it can also be that you are hurt now because your inner child is blocked, and that is a good reason to look at it. So it's coming out in the solution. It's telling you to look at this, to look at the situation once more and accept the hurts, accept the good things that have been in the situation, but also that it tells you that you will be able to, by looking at your hurts, will be able to come out quietly of this blocked situation. The inner child can be let out again by you looking at the situation, by you working with it. You will be moving forward quietly, but in a very nice way, and a very loving way, loving yourself, and also being able to show other people your love again. And let's see what the QIGONG card says. Oh, that is very nice card here. I think I like to read it loud for you just a minute. The QIGONG card here, number 7, is the army. I think this is the army inside you. That's the soldiers that is protecting you. So it's your defense mechanism we are talking about when we are working with this card here and in this contest we are in right now. So it's about water that's deep in the earth. It's power waiting to be used. Like we talked about, in your blocked position, you have all these gifts within you that are blocked right now. And it also tells the collective power of the people to defend themselves lies within the quiet populace, as water lies undergrounding, waiting to be tapped, like your gift is waiting to be tapped. An army is not always active. It rises to action in times of need. That means that your self-defense only have to be raised when needed. A righteous cause will pull people together to work for the good of all. A wise and just leader will inspire to discipline. Well, that's very helpful, I think, because it tells us that your self-defense army, that's the army, is here to protect you. So now you can learn of this situation you have been in, that if you experience something close to that, then you can put up your army again, your self-defense, and hide your inner child. But it's not necessary to hide it all the time, so let it loose when you feel safe, in the areas where you feel safe, and that is the discipline in this. The discipline is to be able to see the difference in when do we need to protect our inner child and when can we let it loose. And you will discover that you can let it loose more and more. And let's see what the chakra card, money. Well, it's moving over into the outcome, I think, more than the solution here. It talks about that you really have this inner power, the fire within you. And when you are letting it out, when you are opening up for your inner child energy, then it will be beneficial both for you and for your surroundings. And also it will bring you a lot of abundance. It can be in the form of money, because the inner child is about our being creative and making new things and making it beautiful and making development. So it can be actually in the kind of money, but also it says that the solution here will bring you money, and it's the same as love kind of energy. It can be translated to love energy, because that's both joyful, and also it tells you to think about, do you feel worthy of abundance? Do you feel worthy of love? Do you feel worthy to let your inner child loose to bring you success in life? If you're not feeling the worthiness, then you have to talk to yourself about it and give yourself a lot of self-love. Then you will start to feel the self-love, and then you can also feel you are, of course, worthy of all the best in your life. All the best that life can offer you is you are worthy of it so much. And also you can bring so much out to the world, because we know that you are a powerful flower here. You can blossom and bring it out to the world, and you will really bring the world so much beauty, so much happiness and joy. And also remember, when we talk about the blossom here, it's not everything that needs to have a purpose. So maybe there is no purpose other than being happy, being joyful, being playful, being just being. So it doesn't have to have a reason to do things. Just do it because you like it. Just do it because you want it. Just do it because that makes you happy. So let's see what the outcome is. It's very exciting now, isn't it? And we saw in the beginning, when I was shuffling the card, we saw some of the cards, but we didn't see it all. So it's very exciting to see what's have been hidden here. So let's make room for the outcome. And the first card we got here was the Four of Coins. You can see this guy here is dancing around with money in his hand again, but the money, the Chinese money, is also a luck symbol. So luck is in store for you. And also it's about him being a little bit selfish, actually, just doing things for himself. And I think that's great. Sometimes we just need to do things for ourselves to be happy. And then we can have the greatest space to work out from in life. When we are happy, when we are joyful, then it will spread out like rings in the water to our surroundings, and they can feel our joy and energy. So it's okay sometimes to be selfish, to do something just for you. That is okay. And what the outcome is, it is actually love. So you can see, out of this selfish energy here, we can actually go into relationship in a better, maybe more harmonized version of ourselves. So when love comes out here in the outcome, and we talked about the overview of this situation here is about love, then it tells you, that you can now go into relationships again by letting this inner child loose, by working with your inner child. There is so much love in store for you, and it can be the feeling of being accepted. It can be, first of all, your inner love, the love to yourself, then the love to your relationships, at your work, your family, and also you can go into a love relationship again. And let's see the last card here. It's exciting. And it is children. And what a better card we couldn't find ourselves. So I think it's so amazing that we got children in this position here, because it really tells that going from being blocked, then you will come out with a free inner child that can be playful, that can be happy and joyful, creative, powerful, and just enjoying life. So congratulations about this. And remember, now you can hear more about Rain 14 and how you can work with this point on your body. The Rain 14 point is also called the Great Tower Gate, and it's located 2 Chun, which is the same as 2.5 finger wide under the breastbone, on the center line of the body. Rain 14 is the heart mu point, which is a special healing effect on the heart. In Chinese medicine, the heart is not only the physical heart, but also considered being our mental health. The heart are controlling our Shen, which is our mind, emotions and thoughts. The heart is the empire of the other organs and feelings. So its job it is to process all feelings and make an outcome of all our experiences. The Rain 14 is the greatest influencing point on the heart, and that's why the name, the Great Tower Gate. It's not only having a beneficial effect on the heart, but also a very great healing effect on our mental health. When the heart energy is balanced, we can feel joy and happiness. In acupuncture, the point is used against stress and for relaxing a tight feeling in the chest or pain around the heart area. So always make sure to seek a doctor if you experience heart pain or stomach pain. The point is also used to treat mental problems such as anger, manic behavior and fear. Also, it's a very detoxification point. If the doctor can't find a reason for your health problems, then you can use the point with acupressure. Use the anti-clockwise motion acupressure method if you have a tightness in the chest, if you want a detox, or if you want to relax the mind. Acupressure on the point should be done in a soft and gentle way. Use the clockwise acupressure method if you feel tired or lacking of energy. I have linked a video below where you can learn more about acupressure on a point. And also if you feel stressed out, I have made this anti-stress manual. You can hear more about it here. The anti-stress manual will guide you through 4 steps that will get you strengthened out of stress and into a more happy and harmonized version of yourself. The book contains also good advices about how to get a good sleep, upbuilding foods, QIGONG and breathing exercises to relax your body and mind. The book comes as an ebook in an English version, and you can get it by following the link below. Thank you very much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That means a lot to me. Hi, and welcome to you who have chosen Do 8. The point is located on the middle of the spine, on the backside, on the level of the stomach and liver. So in the middle of the spine, you can see the location at the end of this reading, where I will tell you about the point and how you can use it. What is blocking your inner child and how to let it loose? Let us look at it. First of all, you got this very interesting card, the death. And it also says the rebirth. And also you had from the shaman deck, the salamander. This is really two strong cards about transformation. So what is blocking? When we have this together with the due 8, the due 8 is about if we can use the point, if we feel stiffness, if we feel pain and tensions in the body and in the muscles. So it tells me that the reason why the inner child is blocked is because you have had a hard time. You have really needed to pull yourself together to overcome some things, to do the things you needed to do. And I think that is a situation that you share with a lot of people right now, because we are in a situation in the world that demand us to fight a little bit more than we are used to keep up with what is happening. And we feel maybe more unsecure in the world. What is happening is the war, is the economy, and everything around us is kind of changing. So that means that we have to, or feel that we have to fight a little bit more to be here, to survive and to secure ourselves and our loved ones. So maybe this death and rebirth tells us that you are in the middle of a situation now that really demands you to work hard, to fight. So maybe you right now think there's no room for this inner child, I don't need it, I can't use it, I have to be serious, I have to do what's needed to survive here. But this is a changing phase you are in, because this is blocking right now the energy, but it's also telling us that the symbol here is connected to the salamander, is the sun, and the sun represents joy and happiness and lightness in our life. So this inner child can be released also in this situation. There can be a transformation here. So let's see what the solution is to this. How can we move on? And you had these really nice I Ching cards here, and we're ending the reading with the solution with the inner child. Really great card actually to this reading, I think. So I'm excited to talk about this in a while. But first we have to look at this that was hidden, and that is the Seven of Swords. So maybe you are telling yourself, maybe you are betraying yourself by saying to yourself, I need to close down for enjoyment, things that are pleasant, my creativity, my playfulness, for a while to survive in these surroundings. But it also tells that it's a delusion. So thinking about your situation, there will always be room for the child to come with you on your journey. You don't have to shut it down. Even that you have to fight for surviving, there will always be room for your inner child if you choose it and if you are aware of it. And also it tells us that it can really help us moving on in this maybe difficult situation we are in. So let's see what it tells us with the I Ching cards. And actually 2 came out. So that's very interesting, and I like to read out loud. First, this one here, number 49. And this is about revolution. Fire in the lake. The battle of light and dark. Like the battle within you, maybe the dark has won for a while because of the situation. The light of fire strive upward as the dark lake presses down. They seem intent on mutual destruction. Yet this is the same battle of light and dark that plays out in the seasonal changes. What may seem like a revolution against the natural order may in fact be its fulfillment. The time calls for testing of intention and purpose, whether evolution or revolution. So that is really great in this situation here, because we are already told you can use this situation here to evolution and maybe also revolution, but you have to know the purpose and how you want to move on in this. And let's hear what the next one says here. It's a tree on the mountain. The right action takes time. Trees do not grow overnight, and a tree on a mountain faces particular challenges of wind and weather. Any expectation of rapid growth is unrealistic, and it is slowness of the tree's growth that gives it strength. A great endeavor takes time to gather its resources, influence the people, and plan their right action. High aspiration will be achieved, but only in their proper season. Haste will not further the situation. All right, that is interesting. So it tells us we are in this situation right now, and the situation can be going on for a while. So it's telling us it might not be changing. So there will be a certain pressure on you or on many of us for a while here that we have to cope with. But it doesn't mean that we can't fulfill our purpose in life. It doesn't mean that we have to lay the joy and pleasant times behind us. Even that the world is changing and things might be hard on the surface, we can still have inner joy, we can still have and work towards our purpose of life. And by doing this, we will free our inner child. Now we are moving from the solution over against outcome. But it tells us that this transformation of stiffness, seriousness will be able to transform while working on it. Just don't expect it to be done overnight. Work with it day by day, and you will discover that your inner child will start to jump around again, and you can see the butterflies here is also a symbol of transformation in this situation. And look at this free inner child jumping around in the grass and in the field. So even under pressure and when the life gets hard, we can bring our inner child with us. So let's see what outcome it will bring here. This one here was hidden, and then you had the freedom. So let's see here. Wow, this is the Ace of Coins, and it tells us there's a lot of gifts in this situation. So we don't have to be afraid of the darker times in our life, the hardness we have to go through, because there is so much potential for growth in the hard periods of our lives. And it tells us that we come out, you come out with this coin in your hand, representing gifts, skills that you can open for. And when we are talking about the inner child, you can see how he got this coin. It means that you will reach the goal, that your inner child will be let free again. And about freedom, it comes here, it will be free, and you will feel free and not so restricted by the situation around you, that you can, by working with your inner child, actually feel more free, even that your circumstances are really tough. And by having this both represented in your life, you will grow like this tree, quietly growing and building up, being stronger and stronger, like the bonsai tree that have survived in hard environments, and still being this beautiful inner harmonized version of itself. And that is you, with a lot of freedom in front of you. So congratulations with this, really great. And also, if you like to learn more about Do 8, you can hear it here now. The Do 8 is located just below the processes of the 9th thoracic vertebra, on the middle of the center line on the backside. The point Do 8 is connected to our liver energy, and stimulating the point will release tensions, both physically and mentally. It releases anger and frustrations. Do 8 is also one of the best points for releasing tightness in our tensions all over the body. So we use the point when there are anger, frustrations, tightness, stiffness, and neck and back pain. You can use acupressure on the point, and it should be done in an anti-clockwise acupressure method. I have linked below a video of how to do acupressure on a point. Also, you can hear more about the anti-stress manual I have made right now. The anti-stress manual will guide you through 4 steps that will get you strengthened out of stress and into a more happy and harmonized version of yourself. The book contains also good advices about how to get a good sleep, upbuilding foods, QIGONG and breathing exercises to relax your body and mind. The book comes as an ebook in an English version, and you can get it by following the link below. Thank you very much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That means a lot to me.